This is Ralph with 13 Peppers, and in today's video I'm going to be going over this beauty of a pepper. It is called a Golden Nugget. The Golden Nuggets is a beautiful, beautiful little pepper. It is another ornamental variety. It does grow a little bit larger than what I prefer a ornamental to be, but is a very, very beautiful pepper. It actually starts out the pods as a deep dark black. Some of them are kind of a spotchy black green on there, and then they'd fully ripen into a nice bright golden color on here, so which is a beautiful, beautiful plant. As with the leaves and everything on the plant, it is listed as variegated, and variegation actually means it has multiple colors in the actual leaves. Some of the other peppers I grow, like my fish pepper, that actually has very, very variegated leaves, and on the Golden Nugget there's only a few of them that actually have any kind of variegation on there, but the majority of them are just a solid color. But overall, very, very beautiful plant. Now for the Scoville units on the pepper, it ranges anywhere between 35,000 and 50,000 on the Scoville scale. So this little thing packs a nice little punch. So very, very tasty on the fruit, the ones that I've had last year. This will be the first time this year that I'll be tasting these. Now in the research of the pepper to try to figure out exactly the origins of it, the only thing I could come across was an article about 6 years ago that actually showed that the Golden Nugget was actually made by a lady in Pontiac, Michigan called Martha Perry. And at that particular time, they were talking about the Scoville units on the Golden Nugget only being about 1,000. So I don't know if this is just a crosses that's actually come up from other peppers, that they've actually just increased their heat over time, or what's actually going on with that, but that I don't know. Other than that, there's not much information I could find out on the origins of the Golden Nugget. Now, mentioning just a second ago crosses, I had a discussion on a couple of the pages that I'm on in the Facebook groups about crosses and everything else. And unfortunately, when you have peppers and you are growing them and they are open pollinated, you do have a chance to get in crosses. Now, me personally, these Golden Nuggets, these are my seeds. This is the third year that I am growing these, and I didn't have any issues that last year. This year, out of the 6 plants that I am growing, one of them is actually crossed with something else. Not sure what it is. Now the peppers on it actually look almost identical, except they are a bright red color. So beautiful, beautiful looking pepper. Exactly if it was crossed with something, I don't know. Or if it actually didn't cross and it just reverted back to whatever that the pepper was originally crossed with to make, that I'm unsure about. But these little things right here, these are happy little accidents. I love these, especially when you get the crosses, because you're not quite sure what you're going to get, but it's a beautiful, beautiful thing to have. And just to let everybody know, crosses do happen unless you get a pepper which says, or seeds from a grower that says that these seeds were isolated and the peppers were isolated, and then you always have a chance of getting a cross. But let's go ahead, take a look at what these peppers are inside. All right, let's go ahead, let's cut it open and take a look and see what's inside. Now on this particular pepper, inside here is full of seeds. There is a bunch inside this thing. So, and then with this, you can take a look, the walls on this are super, super thin. So not much flavor or anything else that can hold inside there. But with the amount of seeds, it's a lot of seeds in here. This one itself probably holds probably close to 40, 45 seeds. So a lot of things in there. And if you can take a look right there, that the walls on this thing are super, super thin. So, and let's take a look at one of the ripe ones here. Okay, now for the ripe one, huge difference in here. You can actually see the walls on here. It's a medium thickness, a lot better than what the unripe one was too, so that will hold a lot of flavor. As for the seeds and everything, seems to be a little bit more spacing between the placenta, the walls, and the seeds than what was in the unripe one, so that's good. Same thing, probably total between the peppers, probably about 25-30 seeds in this particular one here. But the nice thing is actually noticing that the walls on this are of a lot greater thickness, so that should hold a lot of flavor right there. And while we're in this, let's go ahead, let's open up one of these red ones and take a look and see what's inside that. Now, as soon as I cut this thing, it actually bubbled out. So it shows me this thing is nice and juicy. This thing, the placenta, seeds, and everything are just like what's in the golden one there. So not much of a difference. Same thing, walls on this one, just like the golden one. It's a lot thicker than what the unripe one is there, and that should hold a lot of flavor, which I know this one does, because when I was starting to cut into it, the juices stuff were bubbling out of it. So very nice, very nice. Very much looking forward to seeing what this one does. Fun part, like always, let's go ahead and start tasting these peppers. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the unripe one here. With that, wow, it initially didn't have a fruity flavor or anything. I kind of get the regular raw earthy pepper taste, but the heat and everything, it just hit just right at the front of the tongue, like instantly. Traveling towards the roof and the back of the mouth a little bit, but oh, these things pack a little bit of a punch. I would say, yeah, this would probably be on the upper end of the 35 to 50,000 on that too. So yeah, that packs a little bit of heat. Like I said, not much flavor in that pepper, but in the heat, yeah, that's something actually good. So really, really nice. Okay, let's go ahead. It's starting to dissipate and everything a little bit here right now. So let's go ahead and let's try a ripe one and see if we actually get much difference out of that. Now, on that one, that has a much sweeter flavor. You get a little bit of fruitiness right off bat and the juice and everything. Really, really nice on that. As for the heat level, it didn't actually pack such an instant punch like the unripe one. But yeah, with that, it does have that same feeling. Everything's right on the front of the mouth and tongue towards the top of the roof and everything. But it does have a nice, sweet, fruity type flavor and everything of that before you actually get the heat. So it's an interesting flavor. So really like that one. So heat and everything on this one seems to be lasting just a little bit longer. So, but nice. Yeah, that packs a nice little punch. I like it. Trying to get the heat just to dissipate just a little bit, and then I can actually go ahead and let's try this red one. So well, instead of waiting, let's go ahead and let's try this one. Very, very different flavor. Well, that didn't go well, did it? Well, that was enjoyable. So, don't know exactly what happened there. I've eaten much hotter things on this channel, but hey, it happens. But only thing I do know is when I first bit into this, it had a completely different flavor to it at all. Not quite sure what it was. I mean, I didn't spend that much time with it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to finish back up and we're going to try to do this one again. So here we go. I think it's because I don't like the flavor. It don't have the same sweetness as the Golden Nugget. It has a little bit light fruity flavor, but not as sweet. I get more of the raw earthy tones like in the raw pepper in that one. So I think that's what threw me, but regardless of that, the red one itself, heat level's not as great as what the golden one is. So, but the flavor on it, to me, not that much of an enjoyable flavor. So, don't know. The little golden ones, I do like these a lot, but the red ones, I don't know. Maybe if they're cooked and stuff like that, that might actually change the flavor a little bit, but no, beautiful, beautiful looking pepper. Some people might like that type of flavor on the pepper, but to me, I don't like the real earthy tones in some of the peppers that you grow. So other than that, that's gonna be about it. With that, I want to say thank you guys very much for watching the video. If you like what you've seen here, please subscribe to the channel. It does help me out greatly. Also, give me a thumbs up on that. Also, whew, pepper does not sit well with me. But give me a thumbs up on the video. That does help me out with the YouTube algorithms. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at 13 Peppers by Ralph, or you can actually go to my website, which is 13peppersbyralph.com. That's where I actually sell seeds out of everything I grow in my garden. Plus, I post all my videos and everything there also for you to search. So with that, I want to say thank you very much for watching the video, and you guys have yourself a very good day.